What was the incident in your friend group? Weirdly enough, a car accident. 4 friends were in the car when it got T-boned. Totally the other driver's fault. She was going too fast into a blind hill. Our friend in the seat that was closest to the accident died from internal injuries. The last time we were all together was his funeral. We see each other around town now and again. Still have mutual friends. We're all in a Remembering Friend Facebook group with his family. But for some reason, we all just never got together again. No one talks about it. One of the vocally anti-children during hangouts women got pregnant, then brought her infant to every hangout and shushed anyone who spoke above a decibel. We reminded her that she was the one who gave other people shit if they even hinted at bringing one of their kids. And hangout time was adult time. She started sabotaging the group hangouts, so we ousted her. A friend's dog ended up killing and eating another friend's smaller dog. Friend asks all of us to be bridesmaids in her wedding, lets us buy dresses and get them altered, then gets married in her backyard alone without telling any of us. We found out when the wedding pictures were posted on Facebook. My friend fucked my girlfriend inside my house on my bed. This was the incident that separated us all. We were a group of friends of 7 people, including my old girlfriend. A friend got arrested for sexually assaulting a nonverbal special needs child under 7 years old at his job, teaching special needs kids. He tried to enter a plea of insanity. The judge refused to accept it. They are pretty sure it's not his first victim. No one in the group saw this coming. I am currently unaware of anyone supporting him now, but when he first got arrested, some did think it was all just a mistake. He is dead to me. The couple that had brought us all together got divorced. A former friend of the group had a mental breakdown, assaulted his sister, and declared himself the second coming of Jesus. Had a group of friends in high school, and I got married and had a child shortly after. My wife and I struggled a bit financially, and I was starting to become stressed out and depressed about it. Us guys got together, and I talked a bit about it to get it off my chest. The entire group came to the conclusion that the best way to fix the financial issues was to abandon my wife and daughter. And it wasn't joking sort of stuff either. They really meant it. Needless to say, I didn't associate with them anymore. We were all 14 years old, paid older kids to buy us alcohol. Later on, we all went home. However, one of our friends drank way too much. Half a bottle of Vin Coco. 2 friends stayed with him where he later fell into a duck pond. His parents started phoning around cause he did not return home yet. He was found at a friend's house lying in his own vomit on the floor. We all got busted and punished. Things were not the same after that. Thank you for the love. I'm gonna stop talking about this. As Bill and Ted might say, please be excellent to each other. Goodbye. In 1980, our friend D banged our friend's wife, killed himself. The next day, our friend J thought to himself, great idea. He put a hole through his head with a 30.06. He called me before he did it. I was busy and couldn't come over. We started watching each other a little closer after that. Still do. I'm never too busy for anyone now. It was my friend, Group DD, Group Bio. Last year, literally 3 days before our next session, I got a message from a former player, ex of the main in this story, with a link to a news article from a paper in our state capital that her ex had been arrested. Read it only to find out that he had been arrested for being in possession of hundreds of images of CPTUR. Killed his character, made sure the rest of the group, even our local game store, knew. He is banned from the store. We haven't seen him since. And if he's smart, it'll stay that way. One of our friends got hooked on drugs and ended up murdering his ex-wife, one of our other friends. It was devastating. I came in expecting to hear some juicy gossip, but I somehow feel I'm covertly being taught trigonometry, algebra, or geometry. Our friend, the perfect husband with a perfect wife and a perfect child, and a perfect harmonic relationship, showing love to each other all the time, had encounters with hundreds of prostitutes all around country. He was traveling a lot with his car and had a second secret mobile phone. His wife found it, and there were literally hundreds of phone numbers to prostitutes. He left, no contact for almost 2 years, and then he came back, and they are back together like nothing happened. WTF? D. Accidental discharge of a firearm at a Christmas party after alcohol. I was the intended target. The shooter got himself instead. For my health, I decided upon a change of cities and friend groups. My friend A was clearly not mentally well and became obsessed with friend B. A was always going to B's house and always calling and texting. It got to be a bit much, and B wanted distance, but I couldn't take the hint. I got a little crazy, and B ended up needing a restraining order. I was still close friends with both of them for a while after that, but it kind of demolished our large friend group. That all went down about 14 years ago. Last I heard, I got help and got her shit under control. I think they even made up at some point. I discovered, after a few too many inconsistencies and stories told, that one of the group was wanted by the state police for mail fraud and had been using an assumed name with us. I wound up getting a copy of her priors along with a mugshot and sent it out to everyone at once. A few months later, we found a story about her arrest. When we were about 17, I think one of the guys got so drunk at a New Year's party, he took a shit in the curtains at my parents' house. We don't really mention it, but it's fun to bring up once every while. The time someone tried to make margaritas with a blender and forgot to put the lid on. We still find lime bits in weird places.